Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take the materials you send us, dig into them, and basically pull out the key stuff so you can get informed without, getting totally bogged down.
Yeah, cutting through the noise, hopefully.
Exactly.
Hooray.
So this time we got Chronicles of the Yankee Trader Book 4.pdf, and wow, it's got a lot going on. Secret meetings, ancient alien histories, tricky diplomatic talks. It's all in there.
Quite a mix, definitely. A real tapestry, as you said.
Right. So our mission basically is to untangle these threads, see how they connect, maybe reveal some surprising things about power dynamics, how the past affects the present, and how fragile peace can actually be. Okay, let's dive in.
That's good. Well, what jumps out right away is how it starts with these two distinct preludes. They both set this tone of, well, underlying tension, hinting at bigger things happening off screen.
Absolutely. That first scene, it just drops you right into this really shadowy gathering, 11 figures, dark robes, meeting in this rundown factory. You can almost smell the decay and secrecy, can't you?
Mm-hmm. It's very atmospheric.
And the leader, he's asking about snipers. Half a mile out, perfect line of sight. It's immediately intense. Their goal, they think it's an alien invasion, and they want to, well, take back their world.
There's a real desperation there, isn't there? This fierce resistance, this fear of losing who they are.
Yeah, and the language they use, alien trash heap, take back our world, it really tells you how they feel. Total refusal to submit.
But even in their own group, someone pipes up, right? A bit of caution about the wrath of the invaders, potential consequences.
True, but the leader just shuts that down. His resolve seems absolute. So right away, you've got this core tension. Freedom versus the cost of fighting for it.
Yeah, sets the stakes nicely.
Then bang, we shift completely. Second prelude, different place, different kind of tension. We meet Sergeant Garcia, sounds human enough, and Secovius Perseva, who's a Spartus. They're waiting at customs.
And the contrast is immediate. Garcia seems, more laid back, maybe a bit relaxed, while Perseva is pure Spartus, always ready, always alert.
Yeah, Perseva's line about letting down what you call our guard gets one killed. That really hammers home the Spartus mindset, doesn't it?
It really does. It highlights these cultural differences in just approaching potential danger. Constant vigilance versus, well, maybe taking a break.
Garcia's even about to suggest Perseva maybe lighten up, go on a date or something.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the mood just flips. We have company. And this Vox just appears out of the shadows.
Yeah, that's a bit of a curveball.
And Garcia's question, should I be worried? It's just perfect. Leaves you hanging. What is a Vox doing here? What does that mean?
It's a great hook. You've got this secret group fighting one supposed invader, and then suddenly this other alien, a Vox, shows up somewhere, unexpected, and presumably secure.
Right. It's just, everything's way more complicated than just a simple two-sided fight.
Exactly. Who's allied with whom? What are the real conflicts here? It really makes you question things.
Which actually leads us perfectly into Chapter 1, Forgotten Past. Because here, the scope just explodes outwards, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Big time. We get introduced to this concept of a beast of burden that's been suffering for countless eons that immediately tells you we're dealing with some deep history.
Makes you wonder if the stuff in the preludes is just, the latest round in a much, much older fight.
Precisely. And the narrative zooms out, describes this war-torn galaxy. Ancient empires gone. The Erases and the Qual are kind of the last big players fighting warlords.
And the Erases, they're desperate. They need manpower, apparently. So they turn to this unlikely source.
Which turns out to be these huge bipedal beasts on some desolate planet. The description is pretty vivid. Hundreds of them, snouts, tusks, pulling these heavy ore carts through sandstorms wearing, rags.
Yeah, it paints a brutal picture of total subjugation.
And the details really drive it home. Their horns and talons are blunted deliberately, their natural defenses removed.
And overseers, the robed figures, just casually using electro whips. It's just stark.
It really shows the power imbalance.
There's that one moment, too, that really stuck with me. The blue-haired beast, it makes this sound Judokra when a new rider shows up, and boom, instant punishment.
Yeah, just for pausing.
And later, when the overseers worry the military might take the beasts, they're not concerned about the beasts themselves, just production, losing their workforce. It's so chillingly clinical.
Reduces them completely to commodities, just things to be used up.
But even in that awful existence, there are these flashes of something else, aren't there?
Yeah, like the blue-haired one sharing food with the old dying beast. That moment of compassion.
And then ending its life. It feels almost ritualistic. Hiding that gooey object. It suggests they still have some kind of social bond, maybe even beliefs, despite everything.
It implies this inherent worth that their masters just completely ignore or maybe can't even see.
And that phrase keeps coming back, Judakra. The blue-haired beast makes that sound, that guttural sound in moments of pain or defiance. It clearly means something important to them.
It seems like their core expression, doesn't it? Maybe protest, maybe sorrow, maybe just existence. The repetition really flags it as key to understanding them.
Then things shift again. The new masters arrive. Different clothes. They even argue with the old overseers.
A change in management, apparently.
And they pick out a dozen beasts, including the blue-haired one. Use electroshocks again to herd them onto a ship. And the beasts, they're so broken by servitude, they barely seem aware of time passing.
Just this endless cycle of work and pain. And that little flashback, the blue-haired one, has a memory of freedom before the light streaks and whips of the first masters. That adds such a layer of tragedy.
Right, they weren't always slaves. There was a before.
And the stuff these new masters do, it's brutal. Strapping them down, injections, attaching devices.
Their numbers drop, but the ones left get changed. Horns and talons grow back. They get bigger. It's disturbing.
Very. And even when they're given food, which you'd think would be a positive, they're still wary, still untrusting. Years of trauma there.
It really points towards them being modified, doesn't it?
Yep.
Not just for labor anymore. Maybe weapons, soldiers.
Seems likely. Their suspicion, even when fed, just highlights how deep the scars run.
Then unexpectedly, they're released, just let go into this harsh landscape. And the blue-haired one, acting on instinct, leads the others toward the green and oasis.
A moment of potential freedom, maybe?
But even there, immediate danger. These big aquatic predators attack. Some beasts panic and die, but the blue-haired one, he actually fights back effectively, uses a tree as a weapon.
Wow.
And then he leads them away, even shares the predator meat with this bigger bullied beast from their group. It really shows him stepping up, becoming a leader.
That whole sequence is crucial. It shows they haven't lost their survival instincts or their ability to adapt. And social bonds, leadership, it's still there, under the surface.
Yeah, the masters couldn't crush everything. His intelligence, courage, even empathy. It's emerging.
Definitely. He takes charge, even has a confrontation with that large bully beast later and wins, cementing his leadership.
They keep traveling, see weird creatures, these four-armed beings in huts. The blue-haired beast keeps protecting the group, especially the smaller four-armed beings from the big aggressive one. He even figures out how to get food from some four-legged creatures.
Resourceful.
Adaptable, but still grim. They get attacked at night by creatures with glowing eyes, lose more of their number. And eventually they reluctantly go back to the landers.
Back into the cycle.
More experiments, then training, weapons, blades. They get used to losses, apparently. One even gets a metallic jaw replacement after an injury.
Just becoming tools of war, expendable.
Then deployment. Big transport ship, grassy area, distant mounds, and ambush. Space-suited figures attack.
Ah, so that's what the training was for.
Exactly. The blue-haired beast realizes it instantly. The fight is on. And it just keeps happening. Dropped in danger zones, fighting, losing members, masters watching remotely through armbands.
Constant deployment, constant loss, like cogs in a war machine.
They even dig a tunnel at one point to escape explosions, the masters just watching. They attack an enemy camp, get rearmed, reloaded onto the transport.
Rinse and repeat. For how long?
Years. Decades, the text says. The blue-haired beast's resentment just builds and builds, and crucially, they start learning about the master's tech. Slowly figuring things out.
Uh-oh. That sounds ominous for the masters.
And then, finally,
yeah,
it happens. Rebellion. They turn on the new masters, kill them, and the blue-haired beast scratches Judokra in their own language onto something. A final act of defiance, reclaiming something.
Wow, that's powerful. The culmination of everything they endured, inscribing their phrase, their identity over their oppressors.
But the story layers keep coming. Centuries pass. Talpak explorers find the ruins. They find the inscription, Judokra.
No way.
Yep, so they name the planet Judari. And based on whatever else they find, they figure the Vox must have been responsible for destroying this civilization.
Okay, so that adds another twist. The Talpak find the evidence of the Beast Rebellion, but misinterpret who the enemy was, or maybe who the original masters were, and they blame the Vox.
Seems like it. It just shows how history gets distorted, how the past echoes and gets misunderstood, shaping future conflicts.
Absolutely. It connects that ancient struggle directly to the current galactic situation. This recurring pattern of violence, oppression, maybe misdirected blame.
Okay, so that's the deep, dark history setting the stage. Let's jump forward to the present in the book, Chapter 3. Bittersweet. There's a ceasefire now between the Talpak and the Spartus Empire.
Right, the Talpak are doing this strategic retreat, pulling back, hoping the Vox, interestingly, haven't noticed they might be vulnerable now.
And the chapter title, Bittersweet, really nails it, doesn't it? Relief the war's over, but sadness about the losses. And not everyone in the Talpak leadership is happy about it.
No, definitely not. The new emperor, Tez, ordered the ceasefire, but there's dissent. You can feel the tension.
We see them starting to reorganize fleets, dismantle old military stuff. Tez is in council, talking with advisors like Temos.
And then, boom, more instability. News arrives that Omapat loyalists, extremists, have stolen a cruiser and fled.
Right, so even as they're trying to make peace externally, they've got this internal threat brewing. People clinging to the old, violent ways.
It really complicates things for Tez, trying to build peace while fanatics from the old regime are still out there. Temos thinks they'd rather die than give up their ideology. That's dangerous.
Totally. And right in the middle of this, Friola shows up unexpectedly. She's acting as a messenger for the Spartus ambassador.
So the meeting with the Spartus is still on, despite the loyalists running around?
Yeah, it seems so.
Yeah.
But Friola brings her own perspective, and the conversation touches on Talpak prisoners still held by the Spartus. It really highlights the lingering mistrust.
Well, yeah, the old Talpak emperor launched an unprovoked attack. That's a huge obstacle to trust now.
Temmuz even admits the Spartus have good reason to be wary. That's pretty significant, acknowledging their past actions.
It shows some self-awareness, at least, a willingness to try and move forward, even though it's incredibly risky.
And Tez makes this interesting move. He asks Friola to actually be part of the negotiation team.
Because she knows both sides, having lived with the Spartus.
Exactly. He sees her as a potential bridge, someone with a unique understanding. It's kind of a smart, if unconventional, diplomatic play.
Definitely strategic. Leveraging her unique position. She seemed a bit surprised, though, didn't she?
Yeah, underscores how unusual it is. But while all this planning for peace is happening,
What?
a council guard, he's suspicious, overhears the meeting plans and secretly contacts someone beyond the frontier, leaks the detail.
Oh, man, betrayal from within. That throws a huge wrench in the works. Who is he contacting? What's their plan?
We don't know yet, but it instantly injects this massive suspense. Foreshadowing disaster. Makes you wonder if the peace talks even stand a chance.
Right. It shows the old conflicts, the old loyalties. They're still simmering just below the surface. Creates a real sense of dread.
So the story then shifts to the preparations. We get these glimpses of, like, normal life in the Talpak compound behind Empress Naravia's palace. Things seem to be settling down a bit between the Talpak and the Spartus living there.
A little bit of hope, maybe? Normalization?
Maybe. But then Priscina arrives, Naravia's aide, with news. The council empress, Aurea, has summoned them. So back to high-level politics.
Right, the calm before the storm, perhaps. Big decisions are coming.
Inside the council chamber, Empress Aurea tells the other empresses the meeting invitation has been accepted. Okay, so it's definitely happening.
And the big question is, who represents the empire?
Akvera and Kirin immediately suggest Naravia. Seems logical. But Naravia actually hesitates.
Really?
She says her close ties to the Talpak might make her look biased. She's worried about perception. It shows some real integrity, I think.
Yeah, that's conscientious, aware of the political implications beyond just getting the job done.
But Aurea decides. Naravia will go, but Aurea herself will go with her. To provide, as she puts it, unbiased authenticity.
Okay, so the top leader is going personally. That shows how critical this meeting is.
Definitely. And Naravia, still cautious, asks to bring specialists. Just in case. Yeah. She's clearly still worried things could go sideways.
Prudent. Acknowledging the risks, despite the diplomacy.
Meanwhile, we cut to the Spartus homeworld. A quick scene, cadets on a survival trek. They get ambushed.
Part of their training.
Yeah, Rave is teaching them about scouting, anticipating the enemy. And guess who the hidden enemy running the ambush is?
Let me guess. Sakura.
Bingo! Shows off her incredible skills, establishes her as seriously capable.
Right. Setting her up is important later, probably. Her skills are exceptional.
And sure enough, she gets recalled immediately. Special assignment from the Empress.
Called up for the big meeting, I bet.
Looks like it. She briefs with Naravia, Priscina, and the Council Empresses. They go over the meeting plans where the Talpak delegation will be, where the Spartus will be, in this temple.
Specific locations, guards, very careful planning, high stakes.
Aurea wants it done quickly, but you can feel the caution on both sides. Friola arrives again, assures them Emperor Tez is sincere.
So despite the risks, they're trying to build that fragile trust.
But then, little friction. Kala, one of Oria's guards, actually questions having Sakura a Humanity as Overwatch. Like, can she really handle it?
Wow, really? Even with her reputation?
Yeah, some lingering prejudice maybe. But Oria shut that down fast. So if Sakura's the best, that's why she was chosen. End of discussion.
Good for Oria, standing by competence over species.
Yeah.
But it shows those internal biases are still there.
We see Kala watching Sakura practice shooting later, still looking unconvinced, even though Sakura's clearly amazing. Tor, another guard, basically tells Kala to knock it off. Her attitude could cause problems.
Yeah, those simmering resentments. You just know they're going to matter somehow. The tension is definitely building.
Okay, finally. The meeting itself. Temmuz, Tez, other Talpar counselors head to the Momayer Temple. It's old. Apparently used to be a place of harmony between Talpak and humanities.
Oh, the irony. A place of past peace, now hosting these tense talks.
Temmuz feels that history. She's sad seeing the temple in disrepair. Adds a layer of melancholy, maybe.
Yeah, mirroring the state of their relations, perhaps. Fragile, damaged, but maybe repairable.
Oria's group arrives. Friel's with them, her guards too. Formal greetings. And they start talking. And surprisingly, it's pretty frank, open, not shouting matches.
Okay, so a positive start. Maybe things will actually work out. They even mentioned taking a break for refreshments soon.
Yeah, it seems almost promising for a
Yeah.
minute. And then everything goes wrong.
Oh no, don't tell me. Kamor.
Kamor arrives like royalty in a makeshift sedan chair, surrounded by heavily armed guards. Big, dramatic entrance, ominous.
His intentions must be obvious. He's not there to talk peace.
Not at all. Thunder cracks right on cue just to add to the drama.
Yeah.
He basically announces he's taking over, planning to rule through Tez, and then just cold-bloodedly his guard kills Numo, one of Tez's counselors. Right there.
Just like that. Brutal. So much for negotiations.
Any chance of peace just evaporates. Outside, Friola and her guards, Texa and Shah, they hear the commotion. Friola spots something aglint on a far peak.
The sniper.
Looks like it. She reacts instantly. Tells Texa and Tosa to get to the roof. Figures they have to become the weapons now. Inside, Kamor's laying out his plan to be dictator. Priscina challenges him. He threatens her. It's chaos.
Friola's thinking fast under pressure. Kamor's just gone full tyrant.
Texa and Tosa sneak onto the roof. Friola makes a break for the landing pad, fighting guards. Sakura, the sniper Overwatch, is talking to Oria's guards, tells them to stand by, then shots inside the temple. Kurt yells a warning. It's all kicking off.
Multi-pronged response. Sakura holding fire initially, waiting for the right moment.
Seems like it. Tex and Tosa attack from the roof. Then Sakura opens fire. Deadly accurate shots taking out Kamor's guards. Oria and her guards join the fight inside.
All hell breaking loose.
Kamor gets desperate, tries to kill Tez himself. But Temmuz, the wise counselor, throws herself in front of him.
No, she sacrifices herself.
She does. Priscina tries to disarm Kamor, and Tez, just consumed by grief and rage probably, shoots Kamor dead.
Wow, so Tez kills him, but Temmuz, that's devastating for him.
Absolutely. Just grief-stricken. Right then, Oria gets a call, immediately sends landers to help Friola at the landing pad.
Okay, so Kamor's coup failed, but at a terrible cost. And Friola's still in trouble.
Big trouble. She's pinned down, outnumbered. But then the El Jumpas arrive. They drop from the landers using flypacks.
Seriously, that's quite an entrance.
Totally. Big firefight. Friola manages to scramble aboard a lander and takes off just as this big, mean-looking guard cruiser lifts off right behind her. They're determined she won't escape.
Who's in the guard cruiser? The ones who were contacted earlier? Omapat loyalists, maybe?
It's heavily implied, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Tain, the contact, wants her silenced, prevent her revealing their location or plans. Back on her own ship, Bezios is watching her scanners, super anxious. Suddenly, Friola's damaged lander pops out of the frontier jump point, with the guard cruiser hot on her tail.
Oh, tense. What does Bezios do?
Instantly recognizes the cruiser as the stolen one. Orders her ships to fire. Full attack.
Okay. Taking decisive action.
It's a short, brutal fight. Friola's lander takes more hits. It's barely holding together. But Bezios' ships pound the guard cruiser, disabling and then destroying it. Back in the temple, Shah, Temmuz's guard, is just lost in grief.
So Friola's safe, the immediate pursuers are gone, but the cost. Temmuz.
Yeah, heavy cost. In the temple, Oria and Tez, who's still reeling, they talk, agree this new conflict has to stop. Oria is very respectful, orders Temmuz and Numo's bodies treated with honor.
A moment of shared grief, maybe, despite everything.
Seems like it. They agree to move the negotiations somewhere safer, the Citadel. Try again. Meanwhile, Friol is limping towards that frontier jump point, praying she hasn't fallen again. The Tane was waiting, anticipating she'd be vulnerable exiting the jump.
But Bezios got there first.
Bezios got there first. She sees Friola's wreck emerge, then the debris of the guard cruiser immediately orders a recovery ship and a mutum unit for Friola. Chaos contained for now. But wow, what a sequence.
Yeah, intense, tragic, but maybe a glimmer of hope they can still salvage the piece.
Maybe. So let's try and pull this together. What are the big takeaways from all this? For me, it's that long shadow of history, right? The Judori Vox story, this deep-seated struggle against oppression, the cycle of subjugation and rebellion. It feels like a warning echoing through the whole book.
Absolutely, and then you see the present-day echoes of that, the Talpox-Spartus situation. It's incredibly complex, isn't it? Trying to build trust after generations of conflict, dealing with internal factions who want conflict. It's so fragile.
Camor's betrayal just rips the lid off those internal Talpoc divisions. Tez is trying for peace, but you've got these extremists, these power-hungry figures ready to burn it all down. How strong is Tez, really? Can he actually hold his people together?
That's a huge question, and the mistrust between the Talpoc and Spartus runs so deep. Even with leaders like Tez and Aurea trying to do the right thing, one rogue element, one echo of past grievances could shatter everything. How resilient can this peace possibly be?
It makes you think back to that ancient cry, Judakra, scratched onto the ruins by those rebelling beasts.
Yeah.
Could it be more than just their word? Could it be like a universal thing, a fundamental cry against being oppressed, against tyranny that just echoes across species, across time?
Huh. A universal enough is enough. That's a really interesting thought.
Maybe something for listeners to chew on as they think about this stuff. A cry echoing from Judari across the millennia. Anyway, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for exploring it with us.